everybody, it's me Fergie with the University of Hair. Today I want to show you guys how to braid. So basically we are going to throw in some clips that are going to help you learn how to cornrow. I hope that they are helpful. This is my first time trying to record a tutorial on how to cornrow. But anywho, let's get into how to braid. We definitely need to start with the basics. So the first thing that you need to know is how to plait. Plaiting is when you take 3 strands of hair and you intertwine them, okay? So you're crossing one over the other in a continual pattern, and that is how you make a plait. You want to pay really close attention to the hand movements so that you can grasp how you are passing each piece of hair to one another, okay? It's super, super, super important. It's really hard to do without having hair in my hand, but I'm going to try and show you, okay?
One of the most important parts of cornrowing is hand position. So we're going to go ahead and practice our hand position before we even put our hands in actual hair. So you're going to hold your hands like so. Kind of like you are going to hold a pencil when you write, except for we're going to be holding hair because we're plaiting. So in each hand, we'll hold a strand of hair between our pointer finger and our thumb. And we're going to pass a third piece of hair using our middle finger and ring finger. Take a look in this next clip of the hand motion that we'll be doing.
And is going to be a cross pass.
Now take a look in slow motion. I know what some of y'all are thinking. I already know how to plait, sis. Teach me how to cornrow. But the problem is your technique. You're overhand passing using the outside 3 fingers, like in this video, to pass the hair to your pointer and your thumb. And that just won't get you a cornrow. What that'll get you is an inverted braid. An inverted braid is the same as a Dutch braid, but we want to learn how to cornrow, right? So I'm going to show you the proper plaiting technique that will get you a cornrow. Take a look. First, section the hair into 3 pieces, okay? You're going to take that pointer and that thumb to reach underneath the middle piece and grab the outside piece on the right, and then you're going to reach onto the left underneath the middle piece and repeat. Now that outside piece that you're reaching for quickly transitions to the middle piece and then again to the outside piece on the opposite side. It happens so fast that I'm going to slow it down so that you don't feel lost.
And that is how you make a plait. Well, when you want to do a cornrow, what you're doing is essentially plaiting to the scalp. So you're plaiting, but you're also picking up small sections of hair and adding them to that plait. And then when you're done, you have a cornrow. Okay?
So remember how I said hand motions are very important? Well, hand motions are still very important, so let's go over some. We're still holding our hands as if we're holding a writing utensil. We're using our pointer finger and our thumb together and our middle finger and our ring finger together. We're holding both hands the same. Pinkies, not so much an important factor here, okay? So we're going to tuck those. The most important fingers are these 8 right here, okay? Our 2 thumbs are going to be working with our 2 pointers, and our middle fingers and our ring fingers are going to be working together, okay? The pinkies, you can tuck them, you can stick them out, whatever feels comfortable. They're not important in this type of braid. So Our middle finger and our ring finger, these are our transition fingers. They're going to be transitioning hair from one side to the next, passing it to our pointer and our thumb on the opposite hand, okay? Now they're going to repeat this motion over and over. So I'm here to tell you that your pointer and your thumb are going to be doing a lot of multitasking. It's going to be slicing through hair, grabbing hair that's being passed to it, in addition to picking up additional hair to add to the cornrow. It might even have to pick up a little bit of hair to add to the other side if enough hair was not grasped on the initial pickup. Now, I know this all sounds confusing, but let's go over some picking motions first before we get into anything additional, okay? So we're going to be crossing and picking and crossing and picking. So go ahead and get your fingers ready. You got your fingers ready? Okay. Let's get into some hair. So the very first thing we want to do is section off a portion of hair to start with. And we're going to start a plait. Once you get to the intermediate stage, you won't have to do that. You'll already know how to just grab pieces and start. But we need 3 pieces to start with. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to grab that outside piece between our pointer and thumb and transition it to our middle finger and our ring finger. I'm going to do it in slow motion so that you can see that transition, because it's very important. It's going to continue to happen while we're braiding on both sides. That's how you can hold 2 pieces of hair in one hand. Okay, so then you're going to grab the middle piece between your pointer and your thumb, and then you're going to grab that outside piece. Now, the first step is to take that outside piece on the right, switch it underneath our middle piece, and across to our left side. And then we're going to take that middle piece and we're going to cross under that new middle piece and grab the piece on the left, and we're going to continue to do that. So essentially we're just plaiting like I taught you guys in the previous clips. Now we're going to start picking up hair. Now remember how I said you're going to use that pointer and that thumb to grab hair and pass it to the other side? That's what we're doing here. This is the easiest way for you to add hair to your braid as you go. Once you get comfortable, you'll be able to grab that hair without having to pass hair to your braid, okay? But we are beginners, so essentially I want you guys to start off passing hair to yourself, okay? We want to make sure that we have our 3 pieces separate all the time. So we have the piece that is inactive, then we have the middle piece, and then we have the outside piece. And that outside piece is being transitioned now to the other side. So let's watch that. And we're adding hair to it while we're transitioning it. And now we're doing the same thing on the opposite side. Remember how I said the outsides are always going to be the sides that are in action, okay? And then that middle piece is always going to be right in the middle of transitioning to an outside piece all the time, because we're working with 3 pieces. They are taking their turns being the middle, the outside left, and the outside right. Now you want to make sure you're detangling while you're braiding, or this will happen. So that's when I was saying the middle fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger are your detangling fingers. See how I'm sliding them through the hair so that there aren't any nicks and tangles, and that's going to prevent you from hurting your client or hurting your child or hurting yourself when you're braiding the hair, okay? And then we're just going to keep this motion going. And now I'm going to show you from a different angle. I'm going to show you from a couple of different angles so that you can see which angle best explains what I'm doing and which angle works best for you in learning. So now you can actually see how my fingers are slicing through the hair, grabbing hair. I'm not passing hair to my fingers now. I'm just picking hair up. And this is where you want to get to, okay? So what I want you guys to do is continue to practice plaiting, because at the end of every cornrow is a plait anyway. So as soon as you get plaiting down the way that I showed you how to plait, you're going to be able to cornrow. Okay, so let's watch a cornrow one more time. This time we're going to section off the portion of hair that we're braiding into multiple sections. So here's section 1. Then we're going to have section 2. And then we're going to have section 3 and section 4 and 5. Okay, we're going to move them in opposite directions of each other so that they're out of each other's way and separated, and so that you can see as well. So now we're going to section the front into 3 pieces like we've been doing before. And then we're going to start to braid. So we have the left section. We're going to cross under the middle and grab the right. We're going to grab a little bit of hair from the second section on the right and add that into our braid. And then we're going to grab the left section and add a little bit of hair from the left of our second section. And now we have hair left over in the middle. And we're going to add that in our braid and make sure that we grab it all up. If we don't pick it all up, it's okay for you to move it in. And then we're going to move to the second section and repeat. Adding the left hair from the third section and then crossing underneath the middle and adding hair from the right side and then grabbing up that middle and moving to the next section. Okay? And you want to make sure that you're remembering to detangle as you're picking up hair so that you don't get stuck and so that you're not hurting the person's hair that you're braiding. Okay, and then you're gonna just start doing this over and over until you're comfortable picking up hair and braiding as you go. Okay, don't be afraid to rewind the video, go back to plaiting, practice plaiting, come back to braiding, try again, and repeating over and over, because I didn't expect when I made this video for someone to watch it from beginning to end and know how to braid at the end. Okay, so we're going to show you a different angle of braiding one more time. So we are picking up hair as we go. And I think this is essentially going to be the best way for you to start out, either this way or the sectioning way, because it just keeps the hair separated and it's not too much pressure on having to pick up hair as you go. But again, watch these videos and rewatch these videos, rewind these videos, go back to the slow motions, do whatever you need to do until you pick up the concept. I hope that this helped you. If it did, definitely comment below, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.
So if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining us. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I would love for you guys to click the bell so that you can subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. If you have any recommendations or any subjects that you'd like for me to talk about, content ideas, definitely comment below so that we can get you guys what you need. Okay, that is what I'm here for.